Okay guys, I'm so sorry for that. I don't know why that happened. So that is a bit of a screw up from my side. For some reason my VR was off and it didn't pick up the commentary. So just a quick recap of what's been happening so far, and I feel like a complete idiot now. But Andrew Stadler there currently in the lead, followed by Sean Olivier. Tiaan van Rooyen in third place, bit of a argy-bargy in the beginning of the race, and well, he's maintained that position in third, but he's been caught up now. Well, not really caught up. Sean Loureiro has been doing his utmost best to try and catch up to Sean. And Rion, just let me know if there is any kind of commentary at the moment. It would have been nice if the guys on WhatsApp would have let me know, but yeah. Unfortunately, I thank you so much for that. As they go through Lico Bend there, yeah, as I said, Sean Loureiro trying to catch up to Tiaan van Rooyen, but Tiaan van Rooyen just maintaining that gap and keeping Loureiro behind him. Melvin Gous, who we saw was as high as third place, and unfortunately I do believe he lost it on his own and slipped down to fifth place, so he's going to try and benefit and just get some valuable points in here with only 2 rounds to go. Well, 4 rounds, 2 events to go. Next one being Kilani and the final one to be advised. Then we have Jason Farmier. He's managed to pull away from Christian Meintjes in 7th place. Christian Meintjes in turn, well, not really pulling away from Jana driving the wheels of that Honda. And guys, yeah, the rear wheel drives are moving quite a bit ahead of the front wheel drive cars. But remember, we've got one league with 2 championships, so the front wheel drive guys are in their own championship, whereas the rear wheel drive guys have got their own championship. So it's 2 championships in one league. And these guys, even though they're battling with the rear-wheel drive cars, still do have their own championship going. Behind him, Wayne Mitten, as I said earlier. And I feel like a super arse now, having messed it up with a sound. But yeah, we've got another race to go, and I'll be sure not to forget to switch on the VR as I run through the VR headset. But yeah, Wayne Mitten struggling with loads and loads of understeer, unfortunately. Marcus Fraser there, and this is still, as I said, the closest battle so far in the race. We're going to stick with this one, and look at that, Sean Loureiro now. Sean Loureiro has gone off. That has allowed Melvin Gous to slip into 4th place. So I just saw the timings there. Sean Loureiro into the barriers there. That's going to see fall way down the field. That is with about 4 laps to go. So Sean is not going to be happy about that. He was trying to catch up to Sean Olivier in the championship standings, and that is not going to help him at all. He's going to be hoping for a better result in the race soon. You can see Sean Loureiro, yes, he's gone to the pits, so terminal damage to that vehicle as he decided to pull out of it. Unfortunately for him, that is not going to help his cause in the championship. And yeah, Melvin Gous, they're coming through the field. But look at this, 0.3 now between Marcus Fraser and Martin Meintjes as they go through the S's. And towards Lico Bend, Martin absolutely trying every single move in the book to try and get past Marcus. Marcus knows Martin well, and he's not going to let that be done as easy as Martin would have liked. But then in the background there, we can see Marco Knudsen now coming into under pressure from Mike McGeer. So it does seem like the Astros are going through the tyres quite quick. Oh, and we see Marcus Fraser there. That was a massive accident. We just saw a glimpse of it, and yeah, that is also Marcus Fraser out of it. Not sure if he missed his braking point, but that was a super hard incident. Jeff, yeah, I just got your message, and so sorry for that once again, guys. Complete idiot move from my side. Forgot to start the VR, and wanted to keep the back noise as quiet as possible, and yeah, pretty much messed that one up. So Ari Venter now got down the straight there. Also not the happiest of races, but with all the guys retiring and messing up their cars. We see Leon Scholz there retired. It seems like Chantal de Jager 1 lap down. Tony Russ retired. JP Duffy retired. Sean Loureiro retired. Marcus Fraser retired. All these guys standing in pit with terminal damages, and that has allowed Ari Venter to actually move up into 13th place, so he will be more than happy with that. With the second race on top 12 inverted grid, it's going to be quite interesting with the slower guys up ahead. And yeah, we can see Andrew Stadler there on lap 18 of 19 as he crosses the line once again into throw on corner, close on corner. Sean Olivier 1 seconds behind. He hasn't got it right intact to get up there and trying to catch up. But I don't believe he's going to be able to do that, and he might have to settle for second place here. Then we have Tian van Rooyen there, an absolute massive battle between him and Sean Herrero, but they are more or less he's more or less settling down now for into third place, and having lapped, I think that is the car of Donovan Lowe. Yes, Donovan Lowe in the Hyundai. Not a happy race for him as well. We see him run quite wide there. We're going to see if he makes it. Where is Donovan Lowe? He manages to pull it through there. That wall jumps into you quite quick, but he manages to get through there. But as Andrew Stadler crosses the finish line for the last time, he's got one lap to go. And look at Sean Olivier. He's pulled that gap down to 1.4 seconds. These two guys actually teammates. I don't know if they're going to play team orders here. I'm not sure that Andrew is going to listen in to any kind of info that Rian has to give to him. And I don't believe that there will be team orders, but yeah, Sean putting the gap down with 0.4 in a single lap. Tian van Rooyen, the car not behaving like he would have liked it. He also said that the car was a bit glitchy on this track and really loose on the rear, but he's managed to maintain the third place, kept it on track, and a job well done. Oh, and there he is running wide. Commentators curse, can he keep it? Can he? He just hangs on to it, and wow, that was quite a close one. That could have been the end of it. And again, that tyres on that BMW is completely worn. But Andrew Stadler crosses the line. Sean Olivier second place. Tian van Rooyen coming over in third place. What a lucky escape there for him. Jason Farmer there in fourth place. Melvin Gous having to come back, going sideways and pushing it to the limit to try and get a position back, but having to settle for fifth place. Jason Farmer there taking fourth place. Melvin was actually ahead of Jason Farmer. I do believe that he then might have spun out again. Christo Mank is there, sixth place. Jan van der Westhuizen, first of the front wheel drives, winner of the front wheel drive class, in seventh place. Wayne Mitten crossing the line in eighth, really struggling with loads of understeer there. Martin Mankies, and yeah, as I said, we lost Marcus Friesen there in a massive accident. Coming over in 9th place, Mark Cruisen, 10th place, Mike Ramsey there. I do believe, I'm not sure if what happened there, but on the lap times you can see that Marcus actually took the position. Donovan Lowe, one lap down, coming home in 12th place. Ari Venter manages to finish the race one lap down in 13th place. Cecil Koers Jr., 14th place. Chantal de Jager, retirement. Mark Friesen retired. Sean Herrera retired with quite a big bang into the wall. Rion Scholz, not sure what happened there, but he also retired. Tony Rust and JP Duffy there, all of the retirements. So 6 retirements actually due to accidents. But guys, that was race 1. Unfortunately, from my side, I do apologize for the mess up with the first half of the race with no commentating. We are going to go cross. We're going to cross over. I'm not going to mute it this time, believe you me. We're going to cross over to a quick break of about a minute or two, and we will be back for race 2 with top 12 inverted grid. The quick guys coming through from the back. I think we can be in for quite an event. So stick with it, and we will see you in a short bit. Okay, just loading in for race 2. The guys should be on grid quite soon, and we're not going to make it a long break. We'll cross over right into the action.
Announcer bot is active.
There we go. So guys, the guys on track. As I said, it's going to be a reverse grid, top 12 off race 1. So we have Donovan Lowe under pressure there, Mike Ramsey in second place, Marco Cruisen in third, Martin Mankis in fourth, and look at that, Martin gets off the line, Wayne Mitten, and look at Melvin Gous. Melvin Gous there on the outside, goes onto the gravel. An exceptional start there in the Subaru, and yeah, we see Tony Russ in the background there, but Melvin Gous having come up from, I do believe, 10th place, right up into 4th place. Cameron Wayne keeps the inside line there. We see Christian Mankey sliding out, so a lot happening in the background there. Sean Olivier also is massive good start there. Cecil Koorts right up there. Sean Olivier there on the rear bumper, but I do believe that Donovan Lowe has kept the lead there. He's being chased by Marco Cruisen. Wayne Mitten there in third place, coming under pressure from Melvin Gous, and look at Janne van der Westhuizen. Janne van der Westhuizen already attacking the Subaru of Sean Olivier. Sean Olivier in turn there on the rear bumper of Mike Ramsey, and this is an absolute massive dice ongoing at this stage. Sean knows that he needs to get maximum points here, and another quick start there also from Sean Loureiro, who came up from 12th into 9th place. So Sean right there in the fighting. These guys are bumper to bumper as they go down the main straight. We've got to keep an eye on this one here. Sean Olivier in the slipstream there of Mike Ramsey. He's going to go on the inside, and Mike crosses the line. Mike closes the door, and a massive incident happening there. We see Janu van der Westhuizen rolling the car. That is going to take Sean out of contention. Both those cars are going to be completely naked. Unfortunately, we also see there Donovan Lowe going off track, so not quite sure what happened there. Might have lost his braking point, but all of this has allowed Marco Cruisen now to move into the lead. Melvin Gous on his rear bumper in second place. Wayne Mitten there in third place, with Mike Ramsey still in fourth place after his altercation with Sean Olivier. I'm pretty sure the stewards will be looking into that. That was a very aggressive move at the speed of about 230 kilometers to try and block that line. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but we'll leave that to the stewards to decide. Cecil Koorts Jr. there, doing a stupendous job, currently running in 5th place, getting through all the mayhem and accidents, and right up in 5th place, 6th place there, Sean Loureiro. He is going to be well aware that Sean Olivier is out, and he can get maximum points here, or maximum advantage on gaining points. Sean Olivier, as I said, unfortunately in the pit there, having retired. Hopefully he can get that car fixed up and join back in, and if he's lucky, maybe get a point or two to try and just, 1 point. And look at Janne van der Westhuizen. Janne putting that thing sideways and absolutely driving the wheels of that car. Sean Loureiro now up into 5th place. Marco Cruisen under pressure from Melvin Gous there. This is the battle for the lead as they go towards Clubhouse Bend, and Wayne Mitten not backing out of it. Wayne Mitten doing an absolutely stupendous job here, sitting on the rear bumper of the Subaru there, and we can see Mike Ramsey there in the background in 4th place, Sean Loureiro in 5th place, and Cecil Koorts Jr. still hanging on there and doing a very good job in maintaining that 6th place. So this boy has been thrown into the deep end and really doing quite a good job in that SEMA Racing Subaru. But up ahead, can Melvin get any kind of advantage on down the main straight? No, that Opel has got the legs on the Subaru, and Wayne Mitten right there in the rear bumper to take any kind of advantage. This is quite a close dice going on. We can also see Sean Loureiro now catching up to Mike Ramsey, and it seems like Janne van der Westhuizen, Janne van der Westhuizen after he's off has rejoined, so he's back into the groove and back into racing, but obviously one lap down, and let's see what happens with retirements. You can see Tony Rust once again retire as JP Duffy disconnect there, so I do believe that he's got some internet issues. But Marco Cruisen runs wide all on his own there. That allows Wayne Mitten and Melvin Gous to slip through. Melvin Gous now in the lead there, and closely followed there by Wayne Mitten. Can Wayne hang on to this? We know he's struggling with front wheel pressures, and the car starts to understeer about midway point, and you can see him already pushing that front tyres to the absolute limit. Marco Cruisen now coming under attack from Sean Loureiro, and then Janne van der Westhuizen chasing down Mike Ramsey, trying to benefit in any possible way. He can try to catch up and gain some points, and you can see Oh, and Jana puts it on the grass, really getting caught out there by the breaking point of Mike Ramsey, and Jana really having to punt the brakes and losing the rear, but old Polo Cup skills coming in handy and hangs on to it. Donovan Lowe is still in 6th place behind Mike Ramsey, but he's been caught by Martin Mankis, and then we've got Rion Schultz. Now, Rion Schultz, first race, had a bit of an issue, he retired, but look at the man, he's absolutely flying and getting used to that Subaru, and I can promise you he's not going to hang back. He's going to really drive the wheels of that car, stay off the curbs, Rion, keep it on track, and we're going to see some spectacular results from this guy. Only his 2nd race back in this car with SRA on the outside of Martin Mankis, taking no prisoners, doing an absolute superb job there as he goes down the main straight. And talking about a closed ice, look at this, Andrew Stadler now having to come through the field. Also a bit of incident where he got taken out, but he's managed to fight his way back, and he is going to be pushing as hard as he possibly can. On the inside there of Marcus Fraser, and Marcus running wide onto the grass there. So nothing naughty there by Andrew, but look at Tian van Rooyen. Tian van Rooyen now also coming through, and these guys absolutely flying now. They're running times as low as 1 minute, low 1 minute flats, and we might even see a 59.8, 59.9, which is not impossible. And another closed eyes yet as Cecil Koorts is being chased by Christian Mankis. He's not going to challenge him too much. He knows he's not in the championship running here, but he's not going to make it easy. Oh, hopping the curb. Those Subarus don't like that. They're not set up for rallying, and they do tend to hop around, and Christian Mankis knows that. He knows to stay off the curbs, and he's now past Cecil Koorts, and he's got to have his eyes set on none other than and Marco Knudsen straight off into the tyre wall. Not sure what happened there. That was a big incident there by the man in white. But Sean Loureiro has worked his way from 12th place right up into 3rd place by staying out of trouble. He's about 6.2 seconds behind Melvin Gous. He's got Wayne Mitten in between himself and the 2nd place. And he's going to know that he will have to drive super hard to try and get maximum points here. Sean Willifeer, we see him back on track there in 17th place, 14.6 seconds down from Janne van der Westhuizen, but they are about a lap or 2 down. Mike Ramsey currently there in 4th place and being caught by Donovan Lowe. So can Donovan Lowe by any means pass Mike Ramsey? And then also in the background you can see Rion Schultz now catching up. So Mike basically holding up the field at the moment. And we've got Rion Schultz catching up. We have got Andrew Stadler catching up. We have got Martin Mankis, who is being chased down now by Tian van Rooyen. So a lot happening here, guys, in the mid-pack. All these top guys trying to get through. They've been involved in incidents. They have spun out. They have seen their fair share of what a Honda sees every Sunday, mowing the lawn, sorry for that. If it's not Wayne Mitten, it's Wayne Mitten. If it's not mowing the lawn, it's laying the lawn. But, new tongue, new day. We see Tian van Rooyen there now chasing hard. Oh, and Tian puts it sideways. That just shows you he is on an absolute limit. Andrew Stadler will be well aware of that. He's on the rear bumper of Rion Schultz. Rion Schultz in turn is on the rear bumper of Janne van der Westhuizen. Now Janne is being lapped, but he is not going to back out of it. I'm pretty sure of that. He knows he has to. We also know Janne doesn't listen. He's like a naughty little boy. Okay, and he actually runs wide. I do believe he's let's see what happens. Rion there on the inside then. Is he going to get... And look at Andrew. Andrew's summed that one up pretty good. Rion decides, no, I'm not going to involve in this. This is the championship battle. Janu backs out of it. And Donovan Lowe runs wide again. So this corner is catching up the front-wheel drive cars quite quickly, as we have seen in both races. But Andrew Stadler now up into... Andrew now up into 5th place, and look at that, Sean Herrera has already passed Wayne Mitten. He's now up into 2nd place, 7.2 seconds behind Melvin Gous. Wayne, I don't think Wayne gave him any fight there, and he decided to just let him go. He knows he's doing good in the front wheel drive championship, and he just wants to get that top spot in the front wheel drive class. We've got Mike Ramsey there still in 4th place, and he's being haunted by Andrew Stadler. Andrew wants to get maximum points. He joined the league a bit late, and he knows he's got to maximize some points. And Andrew on the curb there, going sideways as they go side by side now. The main straight is Mike going to go for position. He moves into Andrew, crosses the line. He has one move to block, and he does just that as they go into the corner. And Tian van Rooyen also, he's got 2 cars between him and Andrew Stadler, and Tian absolutely flying at the moment. We saw him earlier going super sideways, putting a lot of pressure here now on Rion Schultz. And Rion, I don't think Rion is going to try and battle him. He is the wiser man at the stage. He might make it a bit harder. And we have to talk to Tian about that lights flashing. That is not allowed in SRA. You have to fight your way past. You're not allowed to flash your way past. If you do that again, I will take a flashlight and shove it up your arsehole. So we'll have a chat with him about that. That is not allowed in SRA. You're not allowed. If you lap a car, yes. If you pass a guy, not going to happen. You will get a very big flashlight up a place you do not want it. But as they go down the main straight, it's Mike Ramsey, followed by Rion Schultz, followed by Tian van Rooyen. Tian van Rooyen absolutely pushing it to the limit. He's side by side with Rion. He's going to leave the brakes too late. That might be too late. He's that all the work done. He's just left the braking too late. And yeah, unfortunately for him and Mike Ramsey, both out of the running there. So that, and look at that, and Wayne Mitten actually caught up to Sean. So I'm not sure if Sean made a mistake somewhere, but the gap down to 0.8 seconds. And yeah, what what an interesting race here. So, and look at that, Andrew Stadler now on the rear bump of Wayne Mitten. Wayne still in 3rd place. We see Cecil Koorts moving out of the way. They're deciding, boys, you go ahead. I don't want anything of this. I'll learn the racing, I'll learn the tracks, I'll learn the car, and I will be back for the next league. Oh, and a bit of contact there between Andrew almost losing it. I do believe that when he's starting to struggle, we did say that about midway, he starts to struggle with the rear tyres, the front tyres, and yeah, also Sean Willifeer going around the track, just trying to get some laps in and hopefully gain some points. Unfortunately, at this stage, 16th place is not going to cut it. Marco Knudsen, after that massive incident, retirement and a disconnect. So I do believe that was not a disconnect, that was, or not a retirement, that was actually a disconnect from his side. And Andrew Stadler there now right on the inside of Wayne. He backs out of it, and Wayne does know how to make a car wide. He's learned from the best. And Andrew really late on the brakes there. You can see that Subaru swerving and twitching, but he gets the job done. He's through, old oval track racer, and he's absolutely pushing that car. He's up into 3rd place. He's going to be more than happy with that. He's 3.1 seconds behind Sean Loredo. I don't think he's going to be able to pull that one off. 13 laps out of 19. Melvin Gous currently in the lead on 12 seconds ahead of Sean Loredo. You see Melvin there going through Barbecue Bend. Sean Loredo coming down the main straight into Crowthorne Corner. Andrew Stadler there in 3rd place, not too far back. And then Wayne Mitten pushing you can see that car really struggling with understeer. And Rion Schultz there is pushing hard. He's catching up, and look at Mr. Roly Poly. He's nowhere in the running. He's rolled that car in a spectacular way, unfortunately for him. But we did ask Janu, please try to roll the Honda, and he did it for us. Spectacular roll there, and chasing these cars. Not in any sort of running, just enjoying himself. Martin Mank is there, a superb event by him. Currently in 6th place, being chased by Donovan Lowe. Marcus Fraser, look at this. This is one of the closest races currently on track. We're going to stick with this one. Marcus Fraser now coming under attack from Christo Mankies. As I said, Christo Mankies got his car livery changing it to is the same color as his weekend driver, which is a Mazda RX-8. We call him Christo Rotary Mankies for obvious reasons. And on the rear bumper there of Marcus Fraser. So this is quite an interesting battle to watch. This is the fight for 8th place. And Christy is not going to be happy that Big Brother is ahead of him. So he's going to try and get past Marcus Fraser. And we've seen that Marcus is quite well prepared to take on any challenge. And he will not let Christy get through that easy. Even if the Subaru might be quicker than the Astra at this stage, but at the moment it doesn't seem like that. Christy lighten the brakes, is going to fight. No, Marcus knows exactly where to put that car. He just covers the line as much as he needs. And Christo there trying to go for the inside. He's got no answers at the moment. Marcus Fraser doing a superb job there. You can see Martin Mankies there up ahead. And Christo is going to be like, Marcus, move, I want to catch Martin. And Marcus is going to be like, no, it's not going to happen. So quite an interesting race to watch at the moment. And back to the head, just a quick recap. Not much going on here. Melvin Gous in the lead, Sean Loureiro in second, Andrew Stadler third, Rion Scholz in fourth, 5.1 seconds down now. Wayne Mitten 1.6. So Rion did get by Wayne, and Wayne just settling down. Martin Mankies now 5.8 behind Wayne Mitten. Donovan Lowe there only about 0.9 behind Martin Mankies. So this is also another dice, but in the background there you can see the dice we are at this moment following, and that's the battle between Christo Mankies and Marcus Fraser. And at this point, guys, they've got about 4 laps to go. We're going to stick with this one. You can also see Tian van Rooyen. Oh, and Marcus does a boo-boo there. He runs wide. Christo gets the position granted. Is Marcus. Tian van Rooyen gets past there and now has his eyes set. So unfortunately there, Marcus Fraser mistake all on his own. Pressure got to him. Touched that curb, ran wide, and Tian van Rooyen now having had a bit of a brake. Don't know if it was brake failure or brain failure, but with all the headlight flashing you might get confused between the brake pedal and the brake pedal. So unfortunately Tian there, demise of his own wisdom and having spun out. But coming back to the field, quick driver, making some mistakes here and there, but he's not going to be happy with himself. And we see Cecil Coors they having gone off. As I said, these cars towards the end, the tyres don't last that well, and you've really got to hang on to the wheel. But Christo Mankies now coming under pressure from Tian van Rooyen. Can Tian get a pass here on Christo? Sorry, they've got about 3 laps to go. And is Tian going to be able to make a move there? He's going to go for the undercut here, get a better drive. And Christo is on that is going to lose a lot of momentum. So Christo lets him go. Decide he's not going to get involved in this. And Tian van Rooyen there up into 8th place. So he's making his way back and coming through the field. Sean Willifee there still in 16th place. We've got 3 disconnects. So it just seems like the guy had some internet issues. I know there's a bit of bad weather all around, and yeah, might be that, might be some rage quitting, not sure. But up ahead we have got Martin Mankies and Donovan Lowe now in a massive battle. So Donovan putting a lot of pressure here, the only Hyundai on track, putting massive pressure here on the bright green car of Martin Mankies. And Donovan Lowe, we saw him a superb job there. And then we have also got Jana van der Westhuizen. Now Jana is not in the running with it, but he is having an absolute blast with Wayne Mitten. And I think Wayne is just enjoying the challenge at the moment and enjoying the dice. So this is not for position. Wayne actually running well up ahead in the front wheel drive class. You can see Janu, Wayne decides, no, you're lapping me or unlapping yourself. So just get over, and Janu again onto the grass. I mean, we must call him Mr. Hollywood. I think that is the perfect name for him. He reminds me a lot of Peter Solberg. It's either all or nothing. And yeah, most of the times it ends in nothing. But super quick driver, super spectacular driver. But back to the battle we've been following. Donovan Lowe there on the rear bumper of Martin Mankies. Absolutely driving his heart out. And they're on the last lap. So Melvin Gous now on the last lap as he goes through Yixke sweep. He's not going to take any chances. He's 11.3 seconds ahead of Sean Loureiro, the guy currently in second place. Sean coming there through barbecue. You can see no bravados from him either, just getting into the finish. He knows Andrew is behind him, but 1 lap, 2.6 seconds. You cannot make up that time unless Sean makes a mistake. So Sean is going to be happy to gain as many points as he possibly can to Sean Willifee. These guys currently first and second in the championship. Jeff Leroux, unfortunately, who's retired from sim racing in a hole for some time, taking a sabbatical. Third place in the championship, but as we see there, Crossing the line in first place, Melvin Ghost, Sean Loureiro there in second place. That is also going to get him a bit of a points increase on, or gap gain on Sean Willifeed. Third place, Andrew Stadler there. Job well done. Rion Scholz, what a drive, coming home in fourth place. He kept his head clean. He got it to the finish, and a superb drive by him. Wayne Mitten, fifth place. And look at this, Martin Mankis right up there. So Wayne really struggling with the rear tyres as Martin Mankis manages to pull a slight gap from Donovan Lowe, and finishes in fifth place right behind Wayne Mitten. Donovan Lowe in sixth place there. Christian Mankis in seventh place. Eighth place, Marcus Fraser now. Tian van Rooyen there on his outside. Marcus lets him go. He's not. Is he going to let him go? Well, yeah, I think Tian has got this one in the bag. So Tian crosses the line in ninth place. Marcus Fraser manages to grab one more point for 10th place. Ari Venter in 11th place there. Not the happiest of races for him. This is a very new track to him, but he got it to the end. Jano van Westhuizen having an absolute blast, finishing in 12th. And still managing to finish the race after a massive roll that we saw in the opening lap. Unfortunately for him, that was the end of it. Chantal de Jager in 13th place. Cecil Koort Jr. 14th place. Sean Olivier manages to grab 15th place, even though it'd be 5 laps down after a massive accident. And then we have 4 retirements in the form of Mike Ramsey, Marco Knudsen, Tony Rust and JP Duffy. Well guys, that was it. As I said, sorry for the race one boo-boo. That was a bit of a mistake from my side. Won't happen again. I've now realized where the mute button is, and I can't remember why I put my lighter. But yeah, for now, that is it. We've got 2 rounds left. The next one coming up on Killarney this weekend on Sunday. We're also planning midweek league on Wednesdays. So that will be launched very quick in also a locally known car, which is a bit of a mod that we did a year or so back, and it's been lying in the cupboard. We're going to take it out for now. And yeah, so you guys can join. As I said, next weekend is Killarney, which is quite interesting, as the front wheel drive cars do prefer that track a lot. And then we might throw a spanner in the works. We're still working on Midval, which is quite a tricky track, very narrow track. That track was postponed during the series due to some issues we had with the camera side, track side cameras for the streams. But I've been working on it for the last 2 weeks, and we will be, hopefully we'll get that track back online and in the calendar. If not, it will definitely be another South African track, and it should be a good one. But yeah guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you on Sunday. And for those of you who still want to join, I mean, the next leagues are coming up. I've already got them planned, and it's going to be, everything is going to be local. It's like it's going to be South African tracks, South African type cars that you would expect, and we're gonna try and better the streams once my co-commentators decide to get out of sabbaticals and stop burning themselves with antifreeze and all that cuck. Then we'll be a team of 2 or 3 or more again, and I won't have to talk with myself for an entire race. Mind you, next time I might get a brandy and might go a bit better. But anyways guys, I would like to thank you for joining. I have got to start and race oval track within 10 minutes, so I haven't downloaded the cars, I haven't downloaded the track, I haven't done a single lap of practice. I've got no setup whatsoever, but I promised Martin I'll be there, so I'll be there. Thank you for watching, and we will be seeing you in 6 days. Cheers guys, have a good one, bye.